Hello again. That was smooth, wasn't it? In case you haven't seen the other videos where I explain the situation, I'm on my own because Hannah was supposed to be coming over tonight. We were going to do lots of cool videos. I had lots of stuff planned, but she's ill. So now, instead of us having a girly wine night, I'm having a girly wine night on my own because I'm cool like that. I've had to kind of think of some things off the top of my head because obviously the team game video doesn't really work when you're on your own. So in that vein of thinking, smooth link here, as I have no friends right now, I thought it'd be cool to do a video of the top 10 things to look for in a best friend. Or what I look for in a best friend, because I know not always, what's the word? I don't always think the same way that other people do, but 10 things that I look for in a friend. And I've not written these down or prepared it or anything, so it's gonna be probably a lot of editing out of me going, This isn't in any particular order, by the way, of like one isn't the most important thing or whatever, because who's got time to sort them out? So number one, something I look for in a friend, a sense of humour, because, well, a particular sense of humour, because I think everyone says that they look for people with a good sense of humour, and like no one goes, oh, I hate people with a sense of humour, like they're just dickheads. No one says that. I think it's a given that a friend has got to have a sense of humour, but they've got to have the same sense of humour that you do, otherwise it doesn't really work, because if someone's really into like racist humour, we're not going to get on very well. I'm quite into the dark humour and sarcasm, so I look for sarcastic people, or at the very least they have to understand sarcasm. I use it more than most people, and they've just got to understand my weird jokes. And if they could just smile politely while I do that, that would be good. My second thing to look for in a friend would be someone that you don't have to see all the time, which sounds a bit, what's the word? No, I'm not gonna think of what that word is. Even though friends are meant to be people you want to spend time with, sometimes, or a lot of the time, I don't particularly like spending time with people, and I like spending time on my own, so it needs to be someone that I don't need to see all the time, and like they won't get offended by that. Also, they have to be okay with me not texting back, because that happens a lot. Like they've got to give me like a week's leeway to text back. If I've not texted back within a week, then maybe something's wrong, but even then, probably not. I like friends that aren't needy, I think is the point I'm getting to. Especially when I've been living away from my friends for so long. Like I've gone like 2 years without seeing my best friends before. But it's fine, like when we meet up it's exactly the same as when we were at school and we saw each other every day. Like a laid back relationship. I don't want to get too full on. I think that's important. I think if a friendship takes up energy, or more energy than you're willing to give it, then it's not really a friendship. Number 3 thing I look for, well, if my friends are honest, like brutally, I think that's important. I want a friend to tell me when I'm out of order, and I want a friend to tell me when I'm being a dick, and I want a friend to tell me when I've put on a dress that looks horrible. Like, I think I'd much rather live knowing these sorts of things than live in ignorance, and I think it's really important to have a friend that will be honest with you always. I don't know what the word is for this one. Someone that doesn't need to know everything about my life. Like they're quite happy just to know what I tell them. That makes it sound like I'm keeping secrets, but like I have very like I have no patience for small talk, or like telling people all the details of something. If I have got big news to tell you, then I will tell you. And then once I've told you, if I don't want to talk about it, then you've got to be okay with me not wanting to talk about it. Like, I'm not a very emotional person, so when, for example, when my dad died, like, obviously I told my friends and they knew obviously I'd be upset, but none of them like hassled me to talk about it or anything because they know that that's not how I do things. So I need a friend that's just happy not to know stuff. Even though we've all got partners and stuff, like, we don't tell each other absolutely everything on a daily basis about those partners. Like, we just do a quick roundup when we see each other and then we move on to other topics. Like, I don't like people that involve their lives around people. So whatever the word is for that. I want to say 5, number 5. Kind of rolls on from the last one. I don't like people that gossip about other people. I just find it so boring. I find it, particularly living back here, that a lot of people, that I don't think they even mean to do it. I don't think they're doing it callously. Like, the topics of conversation around here are other people. There's been occasions where people are talking to me about someone's sisters, someone boyfriend, someone something, and I'm like, why do I care? I don't know who these people are, and even if I did, like, it's their business. I think someone that can talk to me about actual substance, and it doesn't have to be like a really deep political conversation or, you know, like fucking physics. Like, I do like talking about those things, but it could be just like a weird abstract theory they've got, or music, or film, or TV, just anything that's not other people, because I think everyone should just leave everyone to live their own lives, and I don't like it. I don't like knowing other people's business. Me and Hannah can talk for hours about stuff that's not even real. We once spent a whole afternoon just talking about what would happen if 2D people existed in the same world as 3D people. Which is complete nonsense, but like, that's what I mean, just have a bit of imagination. 6. I think it's important for friends to respect your beliefs. Most people know by now I'm a vegetarian, have been for 13 years, so a long time. But one of my best friends is pro-hunting and definitely not a vegetarian, and none of my friends are vegetarian. Some of them agree with hunting and animal testing and stuff, and some of them don't. But the point is, we're friends, and you can be friends with people of different values as long as you respect each other in it. Like, I will never like go to a hunt with my friend, but I'm not going to stop being friends with her just because that's what she believes. And maybe one day we have like conversation, like sometimes we talk about like the various different sides of things, but that just makes for a more complex relationship, really. It makes for more conversation. I just think it's important not to put down what other people believe in. Like, none of my friends are particularly religious, but if they were, I'd be fine with that. Yeah, respect for each other, I think, is an important one. Which brings me to 7, which I've just thought of now. Positivity, which is funny because I'm known for being negative, kind of, but I just think it's good to surround yourself with friends that bring you up and don't put you down, and don't judge you for stuff, and support you in whatever you want to do, like your best interests in their mind. Well, and but I know what I mean. Like, when, say, you wanted to go away to uni, but they would really miss you, rather than be like, oh, don't go, I really miss you, they'd be like, go, it's what you want to do. That's what I mean. Thankfully I don't really know any people like that, but I'm pleased that all of my friends, we all support each other in what we want to do, and we don't feel like pressured to do anything because our friends say so. It's important to surround yourself with people who believe in their own success, and then you become more successful and like a better person by being around them. And I'm not saying that I've always been like that. Me and Hannah probably were the opposite of that in school. We were negative and brought each other down probably. But now it's the flip side and we bring each other up. So I think positive people is important. Number 7. Again, I don't really know a word for it, but someone that, or it's not so much what you look for in one friend, it's what I look for in a group of friends, is I like to have people of all sorts. Like, because then you've got a friend that you can go to when you're feeling in this mood, or a friend that you can go to when you're feeling in that mood, or someone that gives really good life advice, someone that gives really good career advice, or, you know, so you've got a bit of something from all of them. And now saying this, I don't know whether that just makes me like a really multi-sided person. Multi-sided? I've gone into a different dimension now. I'm really multi-sided? No. Maybe that's not as important to everyone. I know there's a lot of group of friends who are really similar and they like to spend time with people who are the same as them, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying personally I like to have a bit of everything because variety is the spice of life, as old people say. It's got to be 8 by now. Someone who is nice, and that sounds a bit sort of vanilla and basic, but anyone can be nice to their friends. Like, you can reserve a certain amount of niceness and be nice to 5 people, that's fine. But I would like people that are nice to everyone, because there's nothing worse than when you see, I don't know, I can't remember what film it is. There's a classic example, it was in a TV show or a film, or it's probably been in lots of things, where like you're at a dinner table with friends, like in a restaurant, and you're all having a laugh and being really nice, but then one person treats the waiter like shit. Like, I could be friends with that person. You have to be nice and respectful to all people to be my friend, even to people you don't like. Because I don't like a lot of people, but I don't go around being mean to them. So I think it's a small effort to be nice to your friends, but it's a bigger effort to be nice to everyone generally. But that's what I look for in friends, because it's important. I don't think you should surround yourself with mean people, because then it's so easy to, like, being bitchy, it's so easy to be bitchy around other people that are bitchy until it gets to a point where you don't even realise you're doing it because it's a natural thing that the group do. So yeah, like someone that's nice, that's a good influence on you, that's what I want. Like to be friends with people that are good influences on you. I think people of substance, that sounds weird. Basically what I mean is I've met people before who all they care about is like things and money and like how many nights out they have in a week, which is just boring to me. I think I need people of substance that have interests, even if they're not the same interests as mine, like just someone that can talk with passion about something that isn't money and cars and boring stuff like that. People of substance, and they've got to have a bit of interest to them. Like, you don't have to be, I don't know, you don't have to be like a time-travelling monk, but, you know, just have an interest and be passionate about something. So number 10, right? Number 9. Number 10. Be really cool if a friend could just be taller than me. Just once. Just one time. A tall friend. If you want to apply for that position, you need to be 5'10" and above, please, and Like, it also helps if you just think I'm awesome. Like, friends that think I'm awesome makes me feel better, and friends that want to buy me things. So yeah, I think that is 10, and I'm not sure because it's been 20 minutes and my memory is terrible. My memory is worse than your average 80-year-old's. In fact, I've just now remembered because I just thought, oh, I'll be forgetting something because my memory's terrible, and I've just remembered that I got a load of laundry in the washing machine. So I'll go sort that. That is what I look for in a friend. And this isn't like an appeal for friends, it was just an idea for the video. So let me know in the comments below what you look for in a friend. Do you think that my standards are too high, too low, just right? And I will see you next time with a video, and hopefully Hannah will be back soon.